Alright. After a long week break, I'm back. The plan is to get 5 sections done today, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Anyway, let's get going. Holy Grail War, your Starlet. On that note, allow me to welcome you officially to our world, visitors from the outside. Good for you to come as well, Ayus, Prime AI of the Type R's, and your servant, Berserker. So you're the central governing AI. Huh. Hey, stop staring at her. Don't you know that's rude? Thank you, Governor. I didn't really know what to do after these people saved us. So I thought I'd bring them here and ask you, well, everything I didn't have an answer for. Is that okay? You made the right call. Part of my job is dealing with unexpected problems whenever they... Warning, any attempts to forcibly access my inner workings could put every function under my supervision at critical risk. I do not recommend this course of action. I certainly don't approve it. Were I to abandon the nomenclature associated with the systems I govern, I might simply say, what the hell do you think you're doing? Pardon me. Before we go any further, I thought I should verify what kind of being you are. Since you haven't introduced yourself, I will do the same. My name is Shion Eltnam Sakaris. I used to be the Paper Moon's caretaker. You could search my name to see if I have administrator access. Searching. No results. But even if you were once the Paper Moon's caretaker, I have no way of determining that. All I can say in response is that so? Hold up. If you really did design and manage this world, wouldn't it make you its god or something? So why the hell do you apparently not even have the authority to tell this living doll what to do? I only had custody over the Paper Moon as a device. But this world, and the AIs that spawn inside it, are that device's contents. So when you think about it, it makes sense that I would not have direct administrative access over them. Our god. I see. That's certainly a fascinating idea. Then, in accordance with the basic information I have on the outside world, let me ask you this. If a being you had never seen before were to suddenly appear and declare themselves your world's god, how would humans typically react? Well, I guess all we could say is that so? I see. Then it seems my reaction was correct, since these circumstances are essentially the same as my hypothetical. Well, I suppose this is no big deal. For my part, I do not intend to declare myself the god of a bunch of AIs I have no recollection of making. Besides, I was able to learn some things from the brief moment I touched you with my ether light. Like what? Her disposition and mass. If I really had created her, and then just like a programmer reading their own code, I should have been able to read and modify any and all information about her. But I was unable to learn anything more than what I would if I had examined another human. Remember what I said about perceiving this world via a paradigm with which we are familiar? In this case, it means that I can only relate to her as a person, not as a creation I can manipulate however I like. If I were to guess, the fact that you have tangible bodies means that, component-wise, you are the same kind of being as us. Even so, I can say that Ronnie 12 here is indeed an AI. I felt the same reaction from her as I did when I touched Ayus with the etherlight. Huh? When did you do that? Don't touch me without at least saying something. It's embarrassing. There are some things I can say about you as well. I searched for you using my full authority as the central governing AI, and it's clear you're not AI yourselves. In fact, you weren't created inside the paper moon at all, which means that you must be visitors from the outside. This means you are not of this world, but possess the same structural integrity as AIs like us, though you are yourselves not AIs. So they're outsiders who just happen to end up here. Unfortunately, their presence here may not be entirely coincidental, since two of them are master and servant. I would guess that they have also been selected to take part in the System Grail War. Normally, all masters who would be chosen from among this world's AIs, and given a set of randomized modifications. Why randomized? The prime AIs that are chosen to become masters may be of different types, but they are all still Ronnie series at their core. We thought that, were they to all become masters under identical conditions, they would all end up using the same strategies and taking the same actions. That wouldn't work for the System Grail War, which expects a certain degree of active, irregular resource allocation. So we arranged things to ensure each AI would be assigned a set of random individual traits when they became a master. In summary, the master AIs are prime AIs who are randomly transformed in both appearance and personality. Now, with that in mind, let's turn this subject back to you. Since you possess a similar structural integrity to the master AIs, I would guess you've been caught up in the System Grail War for reasons that are still not clear to me. We have no desire to participate either, of course. Is it possible for you to sever our connection to that system and return us to the outside world? Unfortunately, no. The Grail War is executed by the world itself. As a central governing AI, part of my job is to oversee the war, but I cannot intervene with the actual system. The most I can do is run add-ons or mods based on the existing rules. There's nothing I can do to change the rules themselves. Then how can we go back to the outside? You showed up here right when the System Grail War was starting, in a form that ties you directly to it. This would seem to indicate that the system, for whatever reason, elected to reach out to the outside world to bring the three of you here during its initial execution. In which case, I think completing or ending the System Grail War may trigger your return to the outside. I see. I guess that's the only clue we have to go on. Well, fine. Then can you tell us more about the System Grail War? Of course. To begin with, the System Grail War is meant to repair and stabilize the Paper Moon's world whenever an irregularity of some kind occurs. You could think of it as an optimization or defragmentation routine, which is executed at a worldwide scale. Now that you mention it, before this happened to us, the Paper Moon was malfunctioning for reasons we could not determine. And you say the system is designed to correct those kinds of malfunctions. Correct. We don't know what caused this malfunction either. All the AIs remain fully functional as normal. It may be that the world chose to execute its most powerful stabilization routine specifically because nobody knows why this happened. However, the Paper Moon is also very unlikely to return to normal form so long as the System Grail War is ongoing. If we ignore it, the strain could continue to increase until the Paper Moon is no longer able to function normally again. I cannot say what such a situation might be like, as I've never experienced anything like it. I'm not able to simulate one either. At worst, it is possible the entire world could quite literally shatter. We can't let that happen. The Paper Moon's way too important. Good grief. Shouldn't you be more worried about what would happen to us if things came to that? Let me tell you, the AI Holy Grail War, that is, the system Grail Wars rules. As you can tell from the name, this Grail Wars masters are usually all AIs, 5 of them specifically. I believe you already know this, but those AIs are the prime AIs based on the respective AI type of each of the world's partitions. These include keep, transfer, build, grow, and repair. In order to ensure individuality among masters, each prime AI is given a randomized personality and a single command spell. One of those masters is right over there. That's me! Like I said before, I'm the master representing the repair partition. 5 AIs? In the Holy Grail Wars we know, there are usually 7 masters. Is only 5 here? That's right. It's because we only have 5 usable areas, or partitions. The defend areas, type D AIs, need to focus on dealing with the bugs that naturally occur in this world, so they would never get involved in the Grail War. Furthermore, as a central area, defend is also the only partition with a neutral zone. This church is under my jurisdiction as the Grail War's overseer. Combat of any sort is prohibited here, and any non-peaceful interference with regular AIs, including type defense, type Ds, is prohibited in all of the other areas as well. Once the master AIs are sufficiently diversified, they each summon a servant and fight to determine the victor. Once that last master AI remaining is determined, the system takes all the energy that was accumulated via combat and uses it to restore the Paper Moon to working order. So my guess is that a 6th team won't have any adverse effects on the system. I see. So we, or rather, she and Kama, are a 6th master and servant pair that do not correspond to any of the districts. So that really is what this means? That's gonna be a problem, right?
Exactly. Now do you see? I know I was right to attack. I mean, ambushed them earlier to see how strong they were. Purely for training reasons, of course. But a Holy Grail War can only have one victim. If you were given a chance to thin out the competition, it only makes sense to take that opportunity. After all, both master and servant alike have a reason for wanting to win.
They do?
Oh, come on, you really don't get it? The winner is granted any wish they like. That's why masters and servants fight to try to achieve victory. Hell, that's the whole reason the Holy Grail War exists in the first place, right?
Next. AI Masters have a duty to restore the Paper Moon's world to normal working order. Regardless of the randomized personality they are given, that core duty won't change. Furthermore, the AI who wins the System Grail War becomes the next central governing AI. That AI is then upgraded and given the right to customize the next version of the world. Should the new personality have to instill in them a wish, it likely also enables them to acquire whatever that wish may be. That is how our world continuously undergoes change, bringing with it much needed diversity. And the same is true for the winning servant. That servant is given the right to remain a resident of the new world and to have a wish granted, so long as it is within the central governing AI's power to grant. We called this concept of granting the winner's wishes the Holy Grail, which is why the ritual is sometimes referred to as the AI Holy Grail War, as well as the System Grail War. Yeah, I don't really care what it's called. What I want to know is, what happens if a non-AI master like Jungleback here wins? I doubt you'd be given the authority to become the next central governing AI. So in that scenario, I promise I would do everything I can to grant your wish instead. Is that so? There's still a lot we don't know about this situation, and definitely can't be sure that dying here won't result in our minds dying out there. I'll tell you right now that our wish is to leave this place and get back to the outside world. So to have that wish granted, and so we don't die while we're here, we need to win this Holy Grail War. That about right? That is what it boils down to, yes. And since the condition for stopping the Holy System Grail War is to have only one team left standing. The addition of an unexpected sixth team does not immediately change the proceedings. If you want to end this Holy Grail War, you will have to fight and win. I see. Then I guess in one sense, you're right to try and ambush us, Berserker. I don't know what kind of wish you're looking to make yourselves, but either way, looks like we're gonna have to try to kill each other sooner or later.
Oh, you finally figured it out? Essentially, yes, that's what it all comes down to. I'm sure it's not easy, but try to keep up with me, okay?
Are your memory spaces malfunctioning? Let me remind you that this church is a neutral zone. Fighting is strictly prohibited. If you violate that rule, every Type D in this area will swarm and capture you, if not eliminate you outright. You will also be disqualified from the Holy Grail War. But why waste time? It just makes sense to get rid of them now. Kindly shut your hole. Okay, jeez. Kindly shut my hole. The rules are in place for a reason. Formulas must be upheld. As the central governing AI, I will not tolerate any exceptions. Oh, me too! I also think fighting here would be a bad idea. Though that's not to say fighting somewhere else would be a good one. Look, since you guys are an anomalous 6 team, you don't have your own home base area, right? Of course not. Then how about we work together until we're the last team standing? At that point, we can have a good, clean fight and wrap things up. No hard feelings. That way, I can pay you back for saving us, and you can go home from your repair petition if you like. I mean, I think you have a pretty hard time here without your own area, after all. Indeed, without your own area, it will be very difficult to replenish your Raniment. Raniment, so basically, our magical energy here. Generally speaking, Raniment is something all AIs possess. The more Raniment you can collect through trade, negotiation, and so on, the more resources you will have for your servant, which will in turn give you an advantage in battle. Trade negotiation? Why would other AIs bother with those? Wouldn't they only care about making sure their leader wins? Usually, yes. However, AIs do not have free will. In addition, they have their own desires to fulfill their given function. So by assisting any AI who cannot fulfill their functions for one reason or another, you should be able to require Raniment from other AIs even if they are from a different area. If they want to give you Raniment for whatever reason, I'm certain they will. Well, technically, it would also be possible to extract Raniment from AIs who are unwilling to give it away. I see. So that's why that caster was attacking the repair AIs. He was trying to steal a resource which was essentially life force, magical energy, and currency all in one. Yeah, and he was just gonna sit back and let someone like that take what they want without trying to stop them. It might be faster in one sense, but it's definitely not easy. So, a master who's open to more, well, peaceful transactions, that is, someone who gets along well with other AIs, is going to have a big advantage. In your case, you've already met the repair AIs, so that should make a lot of things easier for you. To be completely honest, Berserker doesn't have a lot of Raniment to spare right now. We still haven't replenished what we used when we fought off Caster. That training exercise didn't help matters either. So we're gonna have to have a hard time in our next battle unless we can go back and fill up. Basically, we'll all be stuck in a recovery phase for a while.
Come on, why would you tell them that? If bandits come knocking, who do you think will go for? They'll go for.
Man.
A target who's had a full meal and has lots of energy, or a target who's obviously so hungry they can barely stand up straight. Exactly. So if you don't want to be a target, you need to act as though you're... You know, act tough even when you're starving.
Like that.
Though, I guess there's not much you can do about your stomach growling.
Think about it, Berserker. If another servant were to attack us on our way back, wouldn't you feel better knowing the assassin was here to help? Like they say, 2 heads are better. Well, in this case, safer than 1. It's true now, and it will be true tomorrow. I know you're smart, so I'm sure you also knew there was a good chance that we were going to have to team up with them in the future, right?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking more in terms of using them rather than teaming up, but I suppose all work out the same. Aside, I've never seen Master this aggressive before. Wonder what changed. Oh, maybe it's because this is all close to her wish? Fine, I guess I've now got no choice then. And there are some advantages in it for me. Namely, this soft-hearted, naive master and her assassin servant. It's a safe bet they won't betray us before the end. And I doubt they'll even notice if I come up with a secret plan to beat them during our final showdown. All told, this deal has no downside for me. Alright, fine. It'll be dangerous for us, but we do owe them for our help. For their help. So it's with a heavy heart, but an open mind, that I accept the risks of teaming up with you. We'll be on the same side until we are at least the last two teams remaining then.
You're really trying to work this so we feel like we owe you, aren't you? Sucks for you. I never feel like I owe anyone anything. For now, I'm glad you agreed to team up with us. Thanks.
It's fine. I like people who make themselves useful to me. So just keep up the hard work and all will be well.
Yay! Now we can stay together for the time being. Okay, let's start by heading back to repair and stocking up on Runnymede. How exactly do we go about collecting Runnymede from other AIs? Do you use authority, like as a primary AI, to requisition some of it or something? Well, I could, but I'd rather not. That'd just make things harder down the road. In general, AIs are programmed to return favors and pay appropriate compensation. These AIs remain active even during a system rail war, and constantly encounter problems that need to be solved. So by helping AIs with their work or solving problems for them, you will earn their gratitude and should accordingly have no trouble requiring raiment in exchange. There you have it. Now, come on, let's get back and get busy. We've got our work cut out for us. Thanks for everything, Governor. See you later. There's no need to thank me. This is all part of my duties. Good luck, everyone. Executing issue raising program. Aye, nay, and abstaining votes tied. That was an error. I cannot deny the possibility that I have behaved inappropriately. I am the Grill Wars Overseer. It is my duty to remain neutral. Even so, I will end up wishing the outsiders good luck. Maybe I need to add another layer of verification to my standard pleasantries routine. But that can wait. Right now, I need to come up with a solution to make this right, and quickly. If I can take back my encouraging words. If I can't take them back, then I'll just have to make more such remarks to balance things out, embarrassing though that may be. Alright then, to right this wrong, I'll send similar thoughts and well wishes to the other teams as well, in my capacity as Overseer. I don't know who this is. I'm assuming this is Caster's team. But I can't make a picture, I guess. Rider. Oh. Oh, never mind. I guess it wasn't.
Yes, that's right. I'm still not quite satisfied. Still, are you sure about this? It's easy to pick flowers from a field, but it also means the field will eventually be barren.
Don't worry. The flowers grown here are cheap and infinitely replaceable. There's saving graces that they're easy to acquire. The real value? Real value is only found in what is truly exceptional. In the blue bloods, such as myself. That is why there's only ever one truly correct, rational answer. If we don't have enough flowers here, we can just take them from somewhere else. As many as we want, whenever we want. The System Grail War has only just begun. There have been a few skirmishes, but no one has yet been eliminated. The only serious battle so far was the one fought between Berserker and Caster. But that's all about to change. In support of every team fighting to complete the System Grail War, allow me to say once more, good luck. May the stars of the northern sky always illuminate the right path, even upon the paper moon. Archer. Would you mind telling us about the differences between the various types of AIs while we head back to repair? The names have given me a fairly clear idea, but I would like to be certain. Yes, of course. Repairs type Rs, as you can probably guess, repair damaged or injured AIs. Transfers type T AIs carry goods and information from wherever they're needed. Builds type Bs create new things. Keeps type Ks, well, keep AIs from naturally degrading over time. Their role is similar to ours, except they're more focused on regular maintenance. And grows type Gs produce the base materials from which this world itself is made. They're responsible for making everything in this world needs except running it. That includes things like the materials used to construct all these buildings. What are the servants? Do you already know what kind of servant each type master has? No, I'm afraid not. I think that caster probably came from Build, but that's about it. Oh, and we saw another one around Keep when we tried a bit of light scouting. I think they were a lancer?
Oops, sorry about that. Is it just me, or is the air kind of bad here?
I'm not detecting any toxins in the atmosphere. It is probably just you. Anyway, that lancer was...
Oh, hey, over there.
Why do you keep interrupting me, Berserker? What is it now?
There. Those Type Ds were definitely in a hurry. Maybe something bad happened.
I guess they were, weren't they? Want to take a look? I like to make sure everything's alright, just in case. Okay, then let's follow them. Damn, dude, I don't. What's got your panties in a twist? Jeez. What is that? Malicious data. If we leave them to their own devices, they'll destroy everything they can get their hands on. Remember what the governor said? They're one of the problems we regularly have to deal with. God, it should we help the Type Ds get rid of them? Malicious data shows up fairly regularly, so the Type Ds are used to dealing with it. But it does seem it takes a little time to assemble the insufficient numbers.
I see. We should help them. We may be prohibited from attacking other AIs in this area, but that doesn't mean we can't help them out, right?
No, it doesn't. I don't think that'll be a problem. What are you up to?
Who do you think I am, you fool? Helping poor, downtrodden citizens is the duty of royalty and warriors, and I am both. Gods like you may have trouble understanding this, but humans have to rely on each other for help all the time. Ah, another key insight from my brilliant mind. Alright, AIs, stand back. We'll have this taken care of in no time flat.
This fucking guy. Sass. What lines would I want? I'm feeling the dawn. I guess that means it's Scotty's turn. Where is it? There it is.
せいぜい楽しむがいい
Oh,
ぞ。
corner one. Oh. What was I expecting? Damn. Full Scotty man. It's kind of cringe.
なんだ命令とも。ささやか。もろいもろい。オーディ、私に力を。海よね。古きルーム。こういうこともできる。どれにしようかな。
槍にかけて宝具行くぞ
Valiente
asalto
dedicado a la princesa.
私は騎士ドン・キホーテ・デ・ラマンチャなれば
That's my man.
そらそらこれで
すごいですよ。拍手喝采お願いします。しょうがないですね。まあいいだろう。
了解
我が名に紐付けられし力、
The rare Scotty.
我が声に応えて門を開け。来たれ我が死、神の死、ゲートオブスカイ。投げまーす。震え、凍てつき、砕け散る時まで諦めることは許さんぞ。
Thank you for your assistance. As the basic subroutines which govern our thought dictate, we'd like to offer you some runniment as a token of our appreciation. Think of it as a certificate of merit for saving our lives. We hope you all accept it.
Oh, really now? I didn't do it for a reward, but thank you just the same. You're too kind. This is perfect. I've achieved the maximum reward with a minimal effort, and now I've got heavy pockets to show for it. Ah, sometimes I'm so smart it's scary. Oh, thank you, but I'm good. Let the assassin have that.
Understood. That was nice of you, Berserker. To be honest, I thought you were going to just try and keep it all for yourself. Sorry for doubting you.
Don't be stupid. If I'm the only servant with a full belly, Then I'll be the only one fighting on the front line next time someone attacks. Come here and listen to me. From now on, we let them take as many hits for us as we can. Our priorities here are staying safe and conserve our energy. You see, I can't afford to lose this war. That's right. There's an enemy out there I can't allow to win no matter what. Ah! Pinching your own servants, Derere? What kind of master are you? Did you forget you're dealing with a genuine prince?
Maybe you stop saying such cowardly things, I wouldn't have to pinch your butt. Anyway, it looks like some of you type Ds are a little hurt. Let me heal you. I thought I get to show everyone what I can do. Just you wait. I'll have you all back into perfect condition in no time. When I'm done, there won't be a scratch on any of you.
Cowardly things, huh?
Are you feeling alright? I have a decent grasp of your condition thanks to the ether light. That's not the same thing as monitoring all your vitals 24/7. So if at any point you feel something is wrong, tell me immediately.
I feel fine so far, thanks.
Some tough looking guys headed our way. Be on your guard just in case.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, everything's fine. That's Defense Prime AI. I think I mentioned this before, but she doesn't take part in the Holy Grail War because she's too busy with regular duties. Hello, Type R's master. I understand you help my Type Ds help deal with the malicious data. Apologies for my late arrival, and thank you on behalf of my subordinates. Hey, it wasn't just us. We all got together to take care of this. May I ask who that is? It's kind of hard to explain. At first I thought they were just lost. But after talking to the central governing AI, we found that they're actually participants of the AI Holy Grail War. So I hope you'll treat them the same way you treat us. Understood. Hello, Since she's an AI, she doesn't have an individual name. I guess that's kind of awkward for you, Say, why don't you come up with a nickname for yourself, even just a temporary one? Berserker gave me mine. Turns out names are a kind of nice thing to have. Hesitant, determined to be a difficult task, requesting assistance. Okay, I guess I can help with that. It'd probably be best if it was something related to your role, right? Let's see, you're the head of defense Type D AIs, so maybe something along those lines. Then I will go with DX. DX? That kind of sounds like a symbol rather than a name to me. I guess that's okay. It's certainly easy to remember. Type D AIs and myself exist to keep this world stable. I therefore ask the rules to be respected and minimize collateral damage to other AIs and this world to a minimum during combat. She's kind of a stiff for an AI, huh? We all are, really. She's just kind of more so than the rest. In the outside world, I think they'd call her a workaholic. She takes her duty to keep this world peaceful very seriously. She's also very, very literal, so no messing around, okay? Got that? No messing around. Yeah, don't even think about it. Remember, we're the ones who have to deal with the consequences.
Don't do it. Why is this all directed at me? Do you think I'm a child or something? But anyway,
Still know what you're looking for? What is it?
No, this one's not quite right either. I don't suppose you're willing to take that armor off.
What did I just say about messing around? I'm sorry about him, DX. He has a bad habit of slobbering over every new woman he meets.
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some kind of dog sniffing around.
Anyway, would you type these mind handling to clean up? Thanks. Well, you better get going. Warning, malicious data spawning rates are currently rising, perhaps as a side effect of the System Grail War. Be on your guard. Unidentified forms of aggressive data in this area have also been detected. I recommend caution should you encounter them. Unidentified forms of aggressive data? then not more of Caster's wriggly things? Negative. We believe they are similar to Caster's summon familiars, which also are a threat to the public safety and treated with caution. However, I'm referring to something else entirely. Then what exactly is it? Unknown. Our reports say only that they appear to be human-shaped shadows. The other Type Ds and I will be informing all masters of this development soon. Now I must return to my post. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it sounds like she was warning us to watch out for hostile creatures. Naturally, my calculations accounted for such an occurrence. After all, it is exceptionally rare for a given location to have only a few different types of enemies. The best thing we can do is to remain alert and be ready to adapt to the situation as it demands. Yeah, gotta be ready for anything. Good point. Okay, let's head back to repair headquarters for real this time.
One section done. I would like to get 5, but I doubt that. Probably gonna get like 3. Desire central nerve. Jesus. That's fucking long. I might not be able to get that. Might not be able to get 3 done either. Shit. Section 4. Ordeal call. Desire central nerve. Reasons. Why is this section so long? I'm kind of surprised you have night here too.
We just have it to make things easier. The sky is just a big projection on the ceiling. Were we to observe from the outside, I thought we could see any meaningful difference between night and day. My guess is that they just use nightfall as a way to mark the end of a single conceptual cycle. Yes, that's right.
Hey, let me ask you something. Can you lend your bow and arrow to someone else? Do they still work if someone besides you uses them?
What are you, stupid? I told you, I have no intention to do any work.
No, I got that. That's why I'm asking if you'll lend me your gear. Come on, what's the harm? Think of all the beautiful women out there I haven't even laid eyes on yet. I know they're too shy to talk to me even though they're absolutely adore me. But with a little help with these arrows, I can have all the courage they need.
Did you just purr? Never do that again. That was revolting. Ugh. Anyway, what women were you even talking about? The only one around you right now is your master.
Her? Believe me, I have no interest in an immature little brat like her. Even I can't believe how uninterested I am. Now come on, let me borrow it. Don't you want me to have a bright future?
Shut up. I think I heard him taking another dig at me, but that aside. I can't tell if the two get along great or terribly. They almost seem like... Hey, since you came here from the outside world, maybe you can answer this for me. That kind of back and forth between two people who trust each other, with neither holding back? Is that, what it's like to be siblings?
I think you could say that.
Yeah, it is. I knew it. You know, I've always felt like there was something nice about the idea of family. I don't know if it's a quirk of being developed naturally back when I was a standard prime AI, or if it came about as part of my randomized personality when I became a master. But either way, I think relationships like that are just so joyful, so peaceful, so warm. That's why, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but if I win the Holy Grail War, I'm planning to wish for a family. One that can all live together. That's the vision I have for us. So if I become the next central governing AI, and I get to customize this world how I like, I'm planning to make it so that we get a little more diversity among the different AIs. I know we already have some differences between us now, but I want to make them more detailed and systematic, so we can have something like real familial relationships. That sounds like a beautiful wish. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't get me wrong. I wasn't saying I wanted you to let me win or anything. I was just...
No, it's fine. Go ahead and let her hear it. You want to pressure your opponents. If you want something, don't be afraid to reach for it. Tell the whole world why you think you deserve it. In fact, you shouldn't hold back even if you don't deserve it. The heart wants what the heart wants. That's how I've always lived my life. Did you not see me just a minute ago asking to borrow the god of love's bow and arrow?
I refused, if you recall. Besides, didn't living like that get you into all kinds of trouble?
Yes, that's right. There was something I wanted so badly, I was going to start a war. That's why I fought. I have no regrets in that regard. Even now, I think it was the right call. Even if I were reborn a million times over, I'd still do the same exact thing. And it's no different now. I'm fighting for what I want. We might be working together right now, but I have no intention of handing you the win when this is over. Be ready for that.
So, what is it that you want now?
Oh, ho ho ho. You really going there? Fine then, I'll tell you. I want everything! Wealth, glory, fame, pleasure, and so much more besides. Basically, I want everything I want. Don't even bother asking me something stupid like what I want more than anything. There's nothing like... No, there's no point in limiting what you want.
Well, hang on. Then how come you're constantly leering at everyone you meet for the first time? It's really gross, you know.
Well, I guess I can't deny I do that. All I can say is that my heart keeps telling me to look for a woman. Probably a wife candidate. I'm an incredibly handsome prince after all. It just makes sense for me to marry a beautiful woman.
Well, I guess that's a family too, as long as everyone's there because they want to be.
Anyway, once I get my hands on everything, then I can be sure that what I want will be there among it all. Now do you see the genius of my incredible wish? It's the whole reason for someone as great and noble as myself would deign to help my master win the war. Once you become a governing AI, you can change this tiny world however you like, right? So first, I'm going to have you build me an enormous golden palace. Then I'm going to have it filled with treasure and delicious food.
You are just horribly selfish, aren't you, Berserker?
Wrong. You're just too small-minded. You could have any wish in the world, and the only thing you can think of to use it for is something as insignificant as family. Is family really all that great? You have no idea how loud it could be living with 100 brothers.
Of course I don't. Don't bring up some weird examples. Granted, my actual knowledge of normal ones is theoretical, not practical, but still. Anyway, at least I know what family's like. I'm a little jealous of that. Oh, here's another question I hope you can help me with. If all of you were a family, would Kama and Shion be your daughters?
Oh, God.
That's right, my little girls are the apples of my eye. What was that? Don't treat me like a child. I just happened to be in this form when all this happened. Don't let me in with this shady alchemist. What do you mean, shady? There's nothing about my current form or thought process which could be seen as shameful. In terms of ability, I prefer to think of myself as a trusted, supportive colleague rather than a daughter or sister figure. But I will admit that this is merely an expression of personal preference, and so I will not insist you think of me that way. Even if you did, I cannot guarantee you would make me happy. Furthermore, one's position in an organization is not something you declare for yourself, but rather...
Play nice now. From where I stand, you're all just little girls barely out of the nursery. There's practically no difference.
Did you include me in that? May I remind you that I'm the prime AI of an entire partition.
So?
Do you all hear that noise coming from headquarters? I wonder if something happened there. Let me try and intercept comms. Huh. No one's picking up. That's weird. I asked this earlier, but do all AIs have comms functionality? Basically, all AIs of the same type can communicate with each other over a network. It's a little more difficult between different types, though. They can only communicate with with one other AI at a time. To do so, you have to exchange unit numbers first. There are other ways to communicate remotely, but those are typically reserved for emergencies. Anyway, right now, the Type R's network appears to be down, so I can't get in touch with the other Type R's at the headquarters. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Come on, let's hurry.
I guess we're dealing with Caster now. If I were to guess.
No! Those are. Yep.
You certainly took your time coming home. Don't you know you're supposed to lock up when you go out for a walk?
Oh, I don't know who said that.
Oh yes,
It was Master.
Oh yes, it's very dangerous leaving you home and you're home unattended. You never know what could happen. Come now, did you really think I would let you escape? Oh, I love it. There's nothing better than plunging your sword into a woman's flesh, even if that woman is just a lifeless doll.
I don't care how you get your kicks, Caster. Just make sure you devour all that raniment. So stop this right now. So he's Caster. Is that not obvious? Berserker and his master really are idiots. The system Grail War is a battle for resources. If you truly understood that, you wouldn't have let a blue blood like me waltz in and crack open your precious treasure chest. We may be different types of AI, but we are still fundamentally the same in what we require the same resources. Breaking into and jamming your network was trivial, but you could never do that, could you? The moron look on your face tells me everything I need to know. Never mind that, just let them all go now. And why would I do that? You don't need to be from Grow to know to figure out that the most efficient way to harvest raniment in this world is to steal it. Wait, don't tell me you actually plan to only collect it with from your own partition. Wow, just when I thought you'd reached the apex of stupidity, you just showed me new heights that you can soar to. Even an utter moron should have been able to see this as the best solution. I almost pity you, seeing what it is incompetent set of characteristics that randomizers stuck you with. Damn. Do I have dyslexia? No, I can't. You know, I can't put my finger on why, but something about this prick is really pissing me off.
In theory, there's nothing wrong with taking what you want. In practice, only those blessed with lineage, looks, and talent can actually get away with it. Meeting people like me. But a sniveling broad like you, don't make me laugh.
Looks like we're all gonna have to fight, but please be careful. According to my calculations, the fact that he has chosen to show himself here means... I guess she's not gonna get the finish. I mean, it would be detrimental to rank either of you, so... Rider. Man. What a strange group of people we have here. See, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a single target fight, so I'll use Ushi. I haven't used her in a while. Just want to max her skills.
たまらんたまらんぞ。
せいぜい楽しむがいいぞ。
Okay. Almost a million HP. Jesus fucking Christ. And that's another shit hand. I see him. Love to see.
なんだなんだとささやか
信用対する。
It could be worse.
Eh. わかりました。命令なんだと命令とサクサクやります。シャバッ
信用対する。
That's what I'm seeing.
門を見る。踊りますよ。蜂のように舞おうか。こういうこともできる。
Yeah. Oh no, it's a level based? It's 15 and 6. Oh my god.
どれにしようかな。こういうこともできる。海を見る。了解。宝具起動。ええ、わかりました。源手、飛べば変わらぬ。発想旅。
おてんばだな。
両腕。
覗くな覗くな。信用対する。
特別だ。神戸を垂れて寒類にむせべ。ええ、わかりました。私の知らぬ影の城。私が有する影の城。空に来たり、ここへ来たり。ゲートオブスカイ。消えていろ。
Well, I'm glad I clicked that button.
これは罰だ。当然の罰なのだ。死ぬがいい。おぞましき心根の者たちよ。
I see. So they just took Caster Shields and P and slapped on Saber Shields model. So easy. I can predict their every move, but there are just too many of them to keep up. Not to mention their overwhelming magical energy advantage.
Oh, glorious. What could be more right than the strong violating the weak? What could be more natural than the righteous punishing the errant? It feels so excellently, scrumptiously good. But of course it does. Of course it does. Well, apologize, damn it. The scent of blood. Ah, the scent of blood. You did want to smell it, didn't you? Yes, of course. This punishment was inevitable. We had a pact. That's why this room will become a window into hell. And so my writhing fiends will devour all of you.
This is unfolding exactly how I expected. So much so, it's downright pathetic. Did none of you fools think to plan ahead? Did you actually pay the central governing AI a visit without punishing your running map after your last battle? Well, my cast has been stocked on the running man at every opportunity. Of course you have more than you. I hate to admit it, but he's right. You got tons more fuel to work with than we do. This isn't looking great.
You just call me a fool? Why, you insolent, stupid brat!
Was it not you who failed to make any preparations whatsoever? Even the simplest of AIs could have seen this coming. Did you really think you were safe just because you teamed up? That doing so would be enough to defeat someone so obviously superior.